The Spanish Empire stands as one of history's most transformative forces. For over 3 centuries, it connected continents, reshaped economies, and altered the course of human civilization. This is the story of the first global empire, the realm on which the sun never set. The empire's foundations were laid in 1469 with the marriage of Isabella of Castile and Ferdinand of Aragon, uniting Spain's most powerful kingdoms. In 1492, they completed the Reconquista by capturing Granada, ending nearly 800 years of Muslim rule on the Iberian Peninsula. That same year, they sponsored Christopher Columbus's westward voyage, unknowingly opening a new chapter in world history. When Columbus reached the Caribbean, he initiated centuries of exploration, conquest, and colonization that would transform both the Old and New worlds. The early 1500s saw the rise of the conquistadors. Hernán Cortés arrived in Mexico in 1519 with fewer than 600 men. Through strategic alliances with indigenous groups opposed to Aztec rule, superior weaponry, and the devastating impact of European diseases, Cortés toppled the mighty Aztec Empire by 1521. Further south, Francisco Pizarro captured the Inca Emperor Atahualpa in 1532, seizing control of an empire stretching along the Andes. These conquests unlocked enormous wealth. Silver from Potosi in modern Bolivia and gold from Colombian mines flooded into Spanish coffers, financing armies, art, and architecture across Europe. Spain didn't just conquer, it built. The empire was organized into viceroyalties. New Spain governed from Mexico City, and Peru administered from Lima. These territories featured planned cities, universities, hospitals, and intricate road networks. The Casa de Contratación in Seville regulated all trade with the Americas, while treasure fleets protected by warships carried silver across the Atlantic. This system made Spain the dominant European power for much of the 16th century, though it also created dependency on colonial wealth and neglected domestic industry. While silver flowed in, Spanish culture flourished. The Siglo de Oro, or Golden Age, produced literary masterpieces like Miguel de Cervantes' Don Quixote, the first modern novel. Artists like Diego Velázquez and El Greco redefined European painting. Architects designed monumental buildings like El Escorial, blending Renaissance grandeur with Spanish solemnity. This cultural explosion was fueled by imperial wealth and Catholic devotion, creating a legacy that still defines Spanish identity today. Religion was central to Spanish imperialism. The Catholic Church accompanied every conquest, with missionaries establishing missions from California to the Philippines. The Spanish Inquisition enforced religious orthodoxy at home and abroad, targeting conversos, Muslims, and Protestant ideas. While conversion efforts often suppressed indigenous beliefs, they also created unique cultural fusions, visible in colonial churches, festivals, and traditions that blend European and native elements across Latin America. By the late 1500s, cracks appeared in the imperial foundation. The defeat of the Spanish Armada by England in 1588 challenged naval supremacy. Costly wars across Europe against France, the Dutch Republic, and the Ottoman Empire drained the treasury. Inflation from American silver destabilized the economy, leading to multiple royal bankruptcies. Though Spain remained powerful, rivals like Britain and France began to overtake it in trade, innovation, and naval strength. The final blow came in the early 1800s. Napoleon's invasion of Spain in 1808 created a crisis of legitimacy across the colonies. Inspired by Enlightenment ideals and the American and French revolutions, independence movements erupted. Simón Bolívar liberated northern South America. José de San Martín freed Argentina, Chile, and Peru. By 1825, only Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines remained under Spanish control. The Spanish-American War of 1898 ended that era, as the United States acquired Spain's last major overseas territories. Though the empire fell, its legacy endures. Spanish is now the world's second most spoken native language, with over 500 million speakers across more than 20 countries. Latin America remains predominantly Catholic, with colonial architecture still defining city centers from Quito to Manila. The mixing of European, indigenous, and African cultures created vibrant new identities seen in music, food, art, and traditions. The empire's darker chapters, including exploitation, disease, and slavery, also shaped enduring social inequalities that nations continue to address today. The Spanish Empire was neither wholly heroic nor entirely villainous. It was complex, contradictory, and consequential. It connected worlds, transferred knowledge, and sparked global exchange. It also caused suffering, displacement, and exploitation. Understanding this empire helps us understand our modern world, its languages, borders, cultures, and conflicts. From the plazas of Mexico City to the streets of Manila, the echoes of Spain's imperial age still resonate, reminding us that history has never truly passed. It lives on in the world we inhabit today.